The middleweight division in 2023 began with Alex Pereira as the champion, Israel Adesanya having an immediate rematch for the belt, and Robert Whittaker, who stood out just above everybody else apart from the two in the title picture. Everyone in the division at this point seemed levels below the three heads of the division. Now, in 2024, we had Sean Strickland as the champion, who had lost the belt against Dricus du Plessis, who is currently the title holder. The middleweight division seems to be as unpredictable as ever.
2024 could be the year of the middleweight. Middleweights turn in a meaningful amount of time. So, we got Izzy coming back, okay? We got Bo Nickel representing the next generation, but he is already signed to 300. Got Chimaev doing interviews, talking about he's going to be coming back. Hadn't been feeling well and nursing a hand, but he's going to be returning soon. Got Strickland on top of the bill. He's scheduled to take on du Plessis, who's ranked number 2. Got Paulo Costa, who's, everybody loves watching Paulo Costa, taking on the very formidable Robert Whittaker. I mean, Robert Whittaker's so damn good that he lost a fight by stoppage and kept his placement, right? The only thing that matters is your placement. He was stopped in a co-main event. His next fight will be in a co-main event. I mean, I'm just sharing for you. Like, this is a really great time. If it happens.
And in the midst of that, Robert Whittaker's place in the division becomes a bit more uncertain, and he's at risk of being forgotten within the championship conversation. That is, if he loses against his upcoming opponent, Paulo Costa at UFC 298. Let's make no mistake about it, Whittaker is a beast. He had wars, knockouts, and was even middleweight champion. He would dominate and was the top of the division, only below to the man he lost his belt to, Israel Adesanya.
Do you think that you and Israel Adesanya will sort of be another war, another massive war in your career?
No, there won't be a war. No,
what?
Not with me and him. It's going to be short and sweet, brother. Trust me.
You think it'll be a little bit more one-sided?
I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Kicks. He's got to be very careful.
Whittaker wasn't wrong, but with Adesanya knocking out Whittaker. Whittaker would work his way up to fight Izzy again, beating Till, Cannonier and Gastelum to lose to Adesanya once again. However, the second bout was close, only losing by decision, with a handful of fans taking up Whittaker's case for victory. But nonetheless, Israel Adesanya seemed to be Whittaker's kryptonite, the man that was just better than him. But let's actually compare some of the opponents the two have both faced off against. Tavares was knocked out by Whittaker, whilst Izzy won by decision. Romero had 2 wars with Whittaker, where Whittaker won both and hurt Romero like nobody else before, whilst Izzy won in an embarrassing lackluster fight, where the ref had to tell the fighters to give the judges something to score. Gastelum was outclassed by Whittaker, whereas Izzy was really tested and got hurt by Gastelum, though he did end up beating him. However, everything I said might show just how good Robert Whittaker is, but is ultimately meaningless, because all of these opponents were also beaten by Izzy, regardless of the method. On top of that, Izzy beat Whittaker, not once, but twice. And to be the champ, you have to beat the champ. No matter how good Robert Whittaker was, the division was run by Adesanya, who between 2019 to 2023 had 11 title fights, headlined 10 pay-per-views, had 8 title fight wins, 5 title defenses, and became a 2-time middleweight champion. Despite all of Adesanya's success, he is already being overlooked after being absolutely run through by Sean Strickland to lose the belt. And Sean Strickland has just lost the belt to the current middleweight champion, Dricus du Plessis, a man Whittaker has faced off before.
There could not be a worse matchup for du Plessis in the middleweight division. I mean, 1 through 50, there couldn't be a worse matchup for him. Robert Whittaker, just go, hey, du Plessis, you'll get to Izzy, but you got to get through Robert Whittaker first. You might as well just be like, it's never happening. It's just a nightmare for him, an absolute nightmare. I don't see in any facet how he gets it done.
Not many people gave Dricus a chance against Whittaker. Whittaker already proved he was miles ahead of everybody at the 185-pound division, apart from his only loss in the division, Adesanya. And then it happened. His second loss in the division against the current champion Dricus, the man who was champion and had beaten him, and he beat Sean Strickland, who had defeated a man Whittaker could not, Adesanya. With a snap of a finger, the middleweight landscape had changed, and with this change comes a big risk to Whittaker being forgotten. He was already seen just below championship level after he could not beat Adesanya, and now the person to hold the belt had beaten him already. Though there is now a built-in story. If Whittaker can beat Paulo Costa, who he is scheduled to face off against, he can make a case to avenge his loss or fight Strickland in a contenders match to see who should face off du Plessis next. If Whittaker ends up making it to du Plessis and then loses, he would be seen as the guy who just could not beat the champion despite winning a title in the past. However, Costa has a chance to truly be the eraser and erase Whittaker from the championship conversation if he does beat him. This is regardless of all of Whittaker's wins, accomplishments and success. He would end up in the same category as Colby Covington. Extremely good, great wins and amazingly talented. A fighter who would have been champion if the champion was not there. For Colby, it was Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards. For Whittaker, it was Adesanya and now potentially du Plessis. But if we have come to find out anything about the middleweight division, it's that it's unpredictable and the landscape of the middleweight division could be completely different to how it is right now.